We have one more presentation for you that's going to happen live right now on this Zoom webcast. Last year, this group took home the Youth Category Award for the inventive ways they are inspiring and engaging their campus community to be more sustainable. And we're pleased to have them here this evening for an exclusive presentation. Please welcome MacEwan University's Sustainable Leadership Council.
So hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. And thank you to the Emerald Foundation for having us this evening. My name is Yanni, and I'm a member of the Sustainability Leadership Council, and I'm joined by my fellow council members for tonight's Emerald Foundation Speaker Series. Last summer, the SLC had the privilege of winning the youth category of the 20th Annual Alberta Emerald Awards. We are young, we are ambitious, and we hope to inspire others as much as we've been inspired by change. In January 2017, MacEwan University's Office of Sustainability expanded their volunteer program, giving students a chance to address sustainability challenges. Volunteers make an impact on campus, meet like-minded individuals, and encourage personal and community growth. This is done through our many initiatives that my peers will touch on later this evening. Our goals as the SLC are highlighted under the office's priorities, the most important being 1, to guide, coordinate, and inspire sustainability planning initiatives and innovation across the university. And 2, to create an environment that provides youth the skills and tools needed to excel as leaders within the realm of sustainability. The truth is, being a member of the SLC isn't defined. Each of us have different stories of how we got here, and the only real similarities we have is our passion to make a difference. So I joined the Office of Sustainability Volunteers in fall 2018. I was previously acquainted with the advisor at external events and was inspired to get involved. The following semester, I co-led the waste sort team, and I realized I found my people, a group of passionate students looking to make the world a better place, and in our case, make the campus and its surrounding community more intertwined and sustainable. Though joining the volunteer program and the SLC has been beneficial to my co-curricular record, it has done a lot for me mentally, and I'm surrounded by incredible individuals working on projects I am passionate about and continuing to build and strengthen my relationships with the community. And thanks to the Office of Sustainability and our community partners, we're able to execute these projects through engagement and outreach, hosting outreach tables, one-off events, workshops, a variety of initiatives. This year specifically, we have a mug share program in development, as well as successfully put on a waste reduction workshop, which has transitioned into a whole new project altogether. Anyone can be a leader in sustainability. All it comes down to is the moment you ignite the spark within, and our story is a great example of why it's never too early to start. I'm happy to introduce you to some incredible people who I've worked with over this term, such as Brittany, who spearheaded the mug share project, followed by Dallas and Bree, the co-leads of the waste reduction workshop. Go ahead, Brittany.
Thank you for that introduction, Yanni, and thank you everybody for coming and watching us today. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my journey getting into leadership and a bit about the Mugshare project as well. I started looking for opportunities in sustainability because, like many of you, I felt really overwhelmed with the thoughts of dealing with climate change and just the future as well. I don't believe in blaming individuals for what we're facing, but collectively, I believe we can make a change and create a new legacy. So I went in search for the SLC and found the SLC in 2017. I started on a project co-leading a winter bike workshop. And I really didn't know a lot about that at the time, but I just put in time and effort and got involved where I could and picked up skills to become a leader. By the time fall 2019 came around, I found myself looking at this Mugshare project and it totally made sense to me. So I felt that I had the skills now to really expand and focus on this idea. Mug sharing, for anyone who doesn't know what it is a reusable cup system that will circulate our entire campus. In previous audits, we found, our volunteers found that cups were the #1 disposable waste on campus. And we get it, like grab and go coffee is so easy, and 9 out of 10 students do that. But imagine instead picking up a reusable mug from one of our vending stations and using it at any vendor you like. And then whenever you're done with it, just depositing it at one of our other stations and having it cleaned and recycled for the next use. And we are not the first people to come up with this kind of project. UBC has coined the term mugshare, and we're kind of modeling our system after them a little bit. They've implemented a campus-wide program that is already spreading into the community because it's been so successful. They've diverted 40,000 cups from land, or more than 40,000 cups from landfill already. And just like UBC, we want to make that change in our community. We'll save our school money, hopefully relieve students from stress and responsibility. And most of all, we want to prevent unnecessary waste from reaching our landfills by normalizing this culture and also providing reuse solutions. As you may know, student volunteers can be a very busy population, and this can make meeting deadlines really hard. So as a leader, it's helpful to have certain traits like strong communication, planning, and organization. But what I found were the most important qualities as a leader were respect and an undying belief in your vision. The passion for building a greener future is there in all of our volunteers. And it shows because collectively we have more volunteer hours than any other student group on campus. But with all this energy, you need a strong leader to make these things work. And using these skills, I've helped my team get from just an idea to a comprehensive plan with agreements including major stakeholders in just 6 months. And so our next step will be launching this program on our campus, which I'm feel extremely accomplished for. And just to think where I started, not really knowing, what I was doing in SLC, like not really knowing how to lead a group to where I am now, it just shows you that taking that step and taking a risk, it's for something that you believe in, can really take you a long way. So I recommend that to anybody. And thank you for the support of the Emerald Award, the Office of Sustainability, our school, and the hard work from each and every volunteer. That is that has made this all possible. And I'll just pass this off to Dallas. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brittany. So my name's Dallas, and in the fall of last year, I was a part of a small team that tackled the issue of waste, both on campus and in our community. This took the shape of workshops that focused on introducing participants to a sustainable lifestyle by working through the barriers of achieving zero waste. In sustainability, people struggle with beginning their waste reduction journey, as the idea of zero waste can be really intimidating. The fear of changing your habits, making mistakes, and choosing the most sustainable alternatives, it's difficult. So we offered simple waste reduction tips like borrowing rather than buying, patching holes in your clothes, or starting an at-home compost. We also collaborated with sustainable community organizations and businesses to provide workshop participants with local resources to make their waste reduction journey more attainable. We were astonished by the reach these workshops had, with over 60 participants, including not only university students, but also members of the greater community. And this demonstrated to us that there is a growing demand for a space where community members can engage in topics of sustainability. Helping organize these workshops as a volunteer is what encouraged me to take on a leadership role with the SLC. I was and continue to be inspired by my fellow sustainability leaders on the SLC, as well as the volunteer coordinators who have offered me guidance through the new projects that I have since taken on. And now today, I'm co-leading the same team through a new initiative to offer a composting program at MacEwan, which may enable us to even build a community garden on campus. So now that we've given you a look into the inner workings of youth leadership in action, let's take a look at where we've been, what we've done, and where we hope to go with Sabrina.
Hi, thanks, Dallas. So the reason that we've been able to create projects such as Brittany's and Dallas's is that 3 years ago, a group of 12 MacEwan students came together to create a space where a diverse group of peers could foster their love and passion for sustainability and put it towards creating change on campus. Today, the SLC and the Office of Sustainability has maintained the traction gained by our peers in 2017 with almost 20 general volunteers and 10 SLC members. Over these past 3 years, the SLC and Office of Sustainability have been able to come together as a collective to create, plan, and execute over 25 initiatives that inform and inspire others to take action against climate change and to live more sustainable lives. We even had the opportunity to present at the Alberta Student Leadership Summit at the University of Alberta on our stationary station, which aimed to divert used office supplies from the landfill. We've had over 50 students pass through our volunteer program, some of which have gone on to use the tools and skills they've learned through our program to pursue careers in education and sustainability, creating change that reaches beyond the scope of MacEwan. Over the past 2.5 years, I've had the privilege of working with an amazing group of volunteers who have helped to plan and put on various workshops, such as a 3-part eco-grief series and 2 waste reduction workshops. When I first started with the SLC, I didn't know what I was doing when it came to sustainability, let alone leadership. However, with the mentorship of my peers and our volunteer coordinators, I became more comfortable with the idea of being a leader and the ideas surrounding sustainability. When I was noticing incredibly innovative projects surrounding waste reduction within the community, I immediately knew I wanted to emulate something similar within MacEwan. And it's through this inspiration and the autonomy given to me by the Office of Sustainability that I was able to bring these ideas to life. Now I'm about to graduate, and I'm leaving with hopes to pursue a career in waste reduction, to take the things I've learned within the SLC and allow them to continue to flourish while creating change on an even larger magnitude. And although the SLC's primary goal is to communicate the importance of sustainability and inform others on how they can take action within MacEwan, we also aim to set the bar for youth leadership in sustainability. We hope to set this bar through the way in which we engage our volunteers, provide them with the tools and skills to succeed, and allow them to take the lead and to take risks. These skills and tools have allowed us to set the bar at MacEwan, and when our volunteers graduate and move on to careers and educations that aim to nurture and grow the sustainability movement. We'll go on to the next slide to kind of show you a little quote that we found. So this is by Deborah Meyer. There's a radical and wonderful new idea here that all children could and should be investors of their own theories, critics of other people's ideas, analyzers of evidence, and makers of their own personal marks on the world. It's an idea with revolutionary implications if we take it seriously. And this quote just kind of emulates why it's important to have youth within leadership roles, particularly within sustainability, because we can create the path forward for those after us and even those who came before us. So I think that kind of speaks to the importance of sustainability leadership within youth. So we hope that our journey towards a more sustainable community inspires you to volunteer, you to look for volunteer and leadership opportunities in an area that you're passionate about and feel that you can make a positive difference in. And if you're already taking action in your community, consider giving youth the opportunity to take part on a larger scale. So that's the end of our presentation. I'll hand it over to Gregory to kind of wrap everything up and move on to questions.
Thank you so much. And thank you to all of the presenters from the MacEwan University SLC